Now the third question. A library charges a fine for books returned late as given below. For first 5 days it is rupees 2.5 per day basis, 6 to 10 days it is rupees 3.75 per day basis, and above 10 days it is rupees 4 per day basis. Okay, write a program in Java to calculate the fine assuming that the book is written in n days here. So number of days is being taken as an input, right? So let's start with, you can see I have already taken the number of days in the variable n. Okay, now I am going to check how much actually amount we are going to pay. Now why the variable n is declared as a n? Because the fine is calculated as fraction, because rupees 2.5 for first 5 days, and next 6 days is rupees 3, next 5 days is rupees 3.75, because number of days never be fractional. Okay, suppose maybe you assume that you are going to submit your book after 5 days. The 6th day it is not completely over. In between, suppose at the 2 p.m. you are going to submit this book, so it not become 5.5. okay, the whole day calculation actually takes place, right? If you just late and if you are just going to return the book in the next day, maybe in the very early in the morning, but it does not matter, it assume that the whole day as a fine, right? So number of days always be in integer number. Now in case of the calculation, for doing the calculation and store the value of the fine amount, as the fine charges is rupees 2.5 and rupees 3.75, so the result may be generated in the form of the fractional number, and for this reason I am declaring here the fine amount variable as a fractional type, that is double type D. So double fine, right? Now I am going to calculate. So first 5 days, so if n lesser than 6, it means less than equals to 5. Okay, if you not able to understand, then you can write this thing also, n less than equals to 5, right? If this one happens, then fine equals to rupees 2.5 but per day basis, and the number of days stored in variable n, so rupees 2.5 into n. So total fine is 2.5 into n. If n is 2 days, then it becomes 5. If n is 3 days entered by the user, then it becomes 7.5, like this. Now else if block. As there is a 3 conditions actually we are going to check in this question, so we are using the complex if statement. If as for the as the 3 conditions are we are going to deal or we are going to check, and for this reason we are going to write the 2 conditions here in the complex if statement, and the rest of the other condition is automatically go to the else block. Okay, so in the else block I am going to write in between 6 to 10 days. It means n greater than 5 and n lesser than equals to 10, right? Then fine equals to rupees 3.75 per day basis, right? So this is the case. No, this is the wrong one. Why? Because for first 5 days it is being calculated as rupees 2.5 per day basis. So if you are going to submit your book, suppose after 7 days, okay, if the value of n become 7, then already for the first 5 days fine calculation actually already made on the 2.5 basis. So first 5 days it is already been calculated, and after 5 days the rest of the other days, remaining days, and the remaining days means total days you are submitting that after 7 days, so 7 minus 5 days, right? So 7 minus 5 means 2 days is going to calculate for the amount of rupees 3.75, right? So I am just going to calculate here 5 into 2.5 and plus 7 minus 5 into 3.75, this one. Now 7 is stored in variable n in case of this program, so n minus 5 into 3.75, right? And in the same way, I'm going to check find the now calculated fine amount after the 10 days. Okay, for 5 days it is rupees 2.5 basis, so 2.5 into 5 plus, and then after next 6 to 10 days means next 5 days it is calculated on the basis of rupees 3.75, so rupees 3.75 into another 5 days and rest of the other days. It means suppose you are going to submit your copy or book after 15 days. Okay, so the value of n become 15 and the first 5 days already calculated as rupees 2.5. Here you can see 2.5 basis, and next 5 days is already calculated rupees 3.75 basis, and the rest of the other days, it means 15 minus 10 means another 5 days is going to calculate on the basis of rupees 4, right? So now in this case the 15, it means the number of days actually stored in the variable n, so 15 minus 10, so in this case in the program actually n minus 10, right? So n minus 10 into rupees 4, right? Now I am going to print the amount. Now I am going to compile this program, and you can see no syntax error found. Now I am going to run the program. Okay, enter the number of days. Suppose I am going to check it is 7 days or not. Suppose for 7 days it is rupees 20, and in this case for 5 days it is calculated as rupees 2.5 for 5 days, and rest of the other 2 days it is calculated as rupees 3.75. okay, again I am just run this program and enter another value. Suppose 12 days. Okay, you can see the amount is rupees 39.25, and for 5 days it is rupees 2.5 basis, and for the next 5 days it is actually calculated on the rupees 3.75 basis, and the rest of the other days, it means in this case it is to rest of the other 2 days. Okay, other 2 days it is being calculated on the rupees 4 basis. Okay, 2 days is going to multiply it with rupees 4. Okay, so the calculated amount is 39.25. now I'm just so in this case actually this fine amount actually calculated when I'm just enter the value of 12. Now here is a question arises that maybe arises in your mind, that when this LC block is going to execute, right? When it is being actually going to execute, it is basically execute when the first condition becomes false, right? It means n not less than equals to 5. It means that n is greater than 5, maybe 6, maybe 10, maybe 50, maybe 100, but not less than equals to 5. It means not lesser than 6. So this LC block statement is execute when this first if block become false, right? So when this first if block become if condition or if block condition is become false, it means that in the number of days entered by the user is already greater than 5. So in this case LC block actually the condition n greater than 5 is no longer actually needed, because this block is going to execute when the value of n is already greater than 5. So it is not needed. Without this we can easily run this program. Let's see. So I'm just omit this portion, remove the first condition and compile the program again, and just I'm going to run the program again. Okay, so let's run the program again and enter the same value, so the value 7 for executing the LC block portion, right? So I'm just entering here the value 7, and you can see the n value fine amount is rupees 20, which is just same as before. When the condition n greater than 5 is present in the program, the value is to rupees 20, and after removing the condition it is 20. So the program logic is correct, and for this kind of cases when occur, then it is you can write this condition, but it is better to not to write this condition, because it is actually you are going to write the same condition in indirect way. Okay, so in this way actually the library find calculations actually being solved, right?